Hey guys, today I want to show you how to make a DJ mini mix in FL Studio. Before I say anything, there will be a giveaway at the end of the video, so stay tuned. So why am I making this video? I'm making this video because I love making those mini mixes. I upload one of them on Instagram and TikTok every day, and on TikTok I got over 40 million views already on those videos. And yeah, I just love to make them, and I want to show you how I make them. There are two parts of every mini mix I make. The first one is the preparation, and the second one is making the mix itself. So the preparation includes selecting the songs. Usually I go for a topic like pool party songs or songs of a certain artist. In this video, I will do an example with my own songs I make together with my friend Niels as Utope, of course. And I use, of course, FL Studio. The first tip I can give you is when you drop the files in, don't do it like this, don't put it in the playlist like that, drop them here on the left. And if you drop them here on the left, you can select audio tracks. And if you do it like this, the songs will already be in the playlist, they will be named, and they will also be in the mixer. You will be so much faster if you do it like that. And then the second tip when making a mix is you gotta know what BPM and what key the songs are in. For this, I use a page called TuneBed. Just type in Utope and our songs will appear there with the Camelot scale. So I will just do this quickly. Let's go for Monsters. That's 126 and 4B. 126, 4B. I will always type them in on the left so I know what key they are in. And I will now do this for all the songs. And now I know the key and the BPM from all of those songs. And the next thing I do is also quite important. You go to Tools, Macros, and you switch all audio clips to real-time stretching. That's just that when you restretch the clips, they don't have a higher pitch after that. So then the next thing I do is fit to tempo, type in BPM, and then I just type in the BPM I got from there. So here 111, and I just do the same thing, fit to tempo, type in BPM for all of those songs. And why did I make that like this? That's just because FL Studio now knows what BPM my clips have, and when I change the tempo, the clips just play at a slower speed. And like that, it's way easier to make any mix. When it's blowing. And I could just slow it down way too much. When it's blowing. And the song will still be at the same pitch. It won't get a higher pitch when I play it. And that's the reason why I do this. Okay, I will leave it about 120. Usually I try to get the same BPM for every song, that I have a mix that's coherent. That every song is about 120 or every song is about 100. But sometimes it doesn't work like this. And I will do this at the end, usually. Now I prepared everything. I usually cut the songs up and search for the most memorable part of the song, so that people instantly know what song it is. Free and full of power and joy. Usually it's the drop or the chorus or the pre-chorus. And now another tip, if you have some spare money left, I can highly recommend buying a gaming mouse for your PC, because like that, here it has some more buttons and you can program those buttons to make things in FL Studio. Like for me, it's switching between the mixer and the playlist and switching between cutting and normal FL Studio thing. You see, it's so much faster. I can highly recommend. Now I will do this for all the songs. Okay, now I've cut up everything. I searched for the best parts, the parts that are the most memorable, I think. We have finished part 1, the preparation phase, and now the difficult phase. Now I have to look for patterns. I have to look which songs could fit together, and I have to arrange the whole mix. That's usually the most difficult part. So here we have a difficult scenario because we have a song that's 108 BPM and a song that's 128 BPM. So we probably have to do a BPM automation. So we have to slow down the mix a little bit. So probably I will do it at the start. I will put the slow songs at the start and then I will speed up the whole mix. So we see 126, 126, 128. So this will probably be like this. Okay, now we have the BPM about sorted and then we have to look for the key. Sometimes if you have overlapping songs, it's really helpful to be in the same key or to be in a key that's similar to the one we have in the current song. So here we have 12A and 1B. And the closer the numbers are, the better it is, because it's a circle. 12 and 1 is kind of close, so it will probably be a good match. Then we have 6, 4, and 12. So maybe we can put up the 12 here after that. And yeah, we just try things out. Also, another thing to look at is where the drop starts or the vocal starts, because on some songs the vocal starts before the drop, like before the 1. If you count music 1, 2, 3, 4, sometimes the vocal starts before the 1 and sometimes after the 1, after the main beat. And that's also a thing to look at. Okay, you will see when I do it. So here we start with whenever, wherever, probably.
Whatever, wherever, we meant to be together.
So here will probably be a good fit because we have the 1 and the vocal goes in after the 1. And I always try to be on the grid. So you see here, the kick starts right at the grid. And like this, we can have a coherent mix because you can always go on the beat. And on when the next song plays, the next song we also play at this beat. And like this, you get a coherent mix. And like this, we can just go over there, like here. Okay, this already sounds really good at there, so I guess we will leave it like this. This is just rough. I will always do a rough mix there because the minorities I can change after that, but it all already needs to sound good at this stage. And sometimes I also don't go for the 4 bars. Sometimes I just do the transition in the middle. So there will be 2 extra beats. And like this, it's kind of a puzzle. I always see the mix as a puzzle because not every song fits to every song. I always like to do it on the grid, put it on the grid there. So here it starts before the 1, so come with me, and it ends a little bit before. So we might be able to mix it in like this. So it might fit there. So I think it might work. Let's look at monsters. Yeah, it might fit there. We might be able to do that.
So come with me.
Okay, this now is difficult because the vocal also goes in after the last beat. So it stops like already past the 1. So
Come with me.
So we might put the whole thing a little bit to the right.
Come with me.
Or we might cut it there.
Come with me.
So you see, I should have prepared for this, but I'm making this for you so you see what kind of troubles I'm going through every day to make these videos. It's sometimes really difficult to make a good mix.
So come with me.
Okay, now this sounds good. We go come with me.
So come with me.
We go with come with me. And we just let the in the wind. let the In the Wind be there, and then we put it 2 beats after that.
Come with me, dream big tonight, let moments shine, live for eternity.
I think we got a rough mix there. It might have been better if we put monsters after whenever, wherever, but I always want to start with a song that I think the people would recognize the most, and whenever, wherever is probably the one people know because it's a cover of a Shakira song. So I will just leave it like this, and monsters will be at the end because monsters and whenever kind of have this bass heavy style. But it's always about balancing things, because sometimes it might fit better with the key, sometimes the songs fit together better with the timing and the vocals, and it's never perfect. So after that, I will usually just put the finishing touches. That's kind of the third step. The first was preparation, the second is making a rough mix and arrangement, and the third is now the finishing touches. That's where it's usually a bit easier than the second part, but also you have to have some knowledge about certain plugins, and I will explain. Usually I go for this. I will mark it on the playlist. I go to the mixer. I see this one is playing, and I usually load in the Fruity equalizer and put this preset in there and make an automation clip. Like this, I usually go for a low cut. Might work, might not work, but the low cut does this. You can see on the equalizer, it removes all the low frequencies. And like this, usually the transition feels a little bit smoother. And the other one is, of course, adding a reverb that makes it a bit washed out, and the transition is also a bit more fluid. It flows a bit more to the next song. And then usually I put the decay up to about 3 or 4 seconds, and I automate the mix. I can demonstrate it for you. You get the song gets really washed out. And then also create the automation clip. That's in FL Studio, if you want to do any automation clip, you just gotta make some small adjustment, right click this button up there, and click create automation clip. So here I will just automate it like this, and it's always about the ear. I always try to listen, so you can't just copy this for your mixes, you always need to listen. Okay, it sounds already quite well. Okay, I think I can cut this out because it's not needed. Okay, this already sounds quite well, but I think that the crash that comes in is a little bit too sudden. For this, also a trick I use is to use from the Kashmir pack, but you can use any pack or anything you have. It's kind of this orchestral transition. Okay, I have to put it in stretch mode first. And this transition thing that just sounds like this. It makes it also a bit more flowing. Yeah. How to describe? Yes, because like this, you kind of anticipate that something is coming there. And here we can probably do the same or something similar. Because the song is ending quite abruptly, so we probably need to do the same thing here. Go for the preset.
big tonight. So come with me.
Okay, I think that's it was the exact same transition, but it flows well. So
Come with me. Dream big tonight. Let moments shine. Live for eternity.
okay, now this one might be a bit more tricky. Because the thing is, you should never overlay two vocals over each other. Not never, but you shouldn't usually do it, because people who listen to it for the first time will be really confused if you lay two vocals over each other. So we might just put it 2 bars to the right. I think this flows better. Okay, here I think we don't have to do a reverb transition anymore. Yes, I think that's good. Okay, this one, that's also sometimes the case, that we just don't have to do anything, that it just fits, and then why do anything when it already sounds good? But I think we might have to change the tempo first. It sounds really slow. So for this, just copy the value until there, and then we have to look what tempo we need. 126, 128, 126. So let's go for 126. So we have to copy the value, paste the value, and then
come with me. Come with me.
Also paste the value in, and now we have a BPM change. It usually doesn't, if you can't do it without a BPM change, do it without a BPM change, because it will always sound a bit weird, because when you want to dance and the tempo is changing, you can't dance anymore. That's why you should use it sparingly. Okay, now let's do the last transition. Okay, we have to cut this out probably. Maybe add a little bit more of that. Another trick I have for you is you can pre-make all the mixer channel things. So let me show you. I made a file, AA Minimix chain, where I just have all the plugins preloaded and presets already loaded. And you, like this, you will be much faster if you always do the same things. So you see Valhalla Room, EQ, filter, and also a balance, so I can adjust the volume. So I can do this quickly again. Okay, now I think we have to do a volume automation to flow, so that the song flows in better. Let me show you. Probably like this or something. Okay, let's listen again. Okay, I think it sounds good. And at the end, I always like to do a little fade out. Okay, that sounds good. Okay, now I always listen to it again, and I hope I don't find anything, but if you find anything, I will adjust it. Okay, here I might do another transition thing. Okay, no, not a transition thing. I think I have to do a volume automation, because I think this is a bit too prominent. So just a little bit.
eternity. I hold you down. Eternity. I hold you down. You want it. Eternity. I hold you. Eternity. I hold you down.
Okay, I think I might just do it like this.
Eternity. I hold you down.
Like this. It's always trying out.
Eternity. I hold you down. You want it.
I think it's way better now. And the last thing I do is to just color things so it looks nice. I usually go for a rainbow scheme. And at the very end, I always like to add a limiter just so nothing clips and everything sounds good. Okay, I think that's it. To the giveaway, we have a giveaway where we give away 5 copies of FL Studio Producer Edition. That's the software I just used. And you can head over to our Instagram, to the newest post. You have to write a comment why you want to win a copy of FL Studio, tag 2 friends and follow us there. Our Instagram name is Utope Music, and you can follow us there and participate in the giveaway. And yeah, I hope you learned something. The TikTok will be out probably at the same day this video will be released, and I will play it once again for you. And thank you so much for watching and have a great day.
Whatever, whatever, we meant to be together. Like a feather in the wind. Come with me, dream big tonight. Let moments shine, live for eternity. I hold you down.